Hi friend, it's Ron from CamMastery.com, where you can go to learn how to make great videos with Camtasia. This is a free lesson Friday, which means you get a free lesson right from my Camtasia Mastery course. If you want to get the entire course, you can head over to CamMastery.com/store and pick up that course. Now, onto the video. Let's now look at speeding things up. I typically want to do this when I'm filling out a form or I'm typing some data. So when I look here, I'm doing a Google search and I click in there and I begin typing, and it says, what is acceptable use for Creative Commons 0? So all of that, you don't need to sit there. I start typing right here. There's the first character. And then it goes through, and I type a little bit quickly, but still, I am done typing here. So that duration you can see is 10 seconds. Well, there's no reason to let my viewer sit and wait 10 seconds for me to type that out. So what I want to do is speed up that part. Anytime I want to speed up or slow down a clip, I want to make sure that I make a split at the beginning and at the end of that section. So let's always start with that. So you can see that split will be right where my playhead is. So I have my playhead here. I'll go to the end and I'll hit the S key to split there. And then I'll bring my playhead up to here where I start typing, and I need to select that clip and I'll hit S to split there. So now I have a clip that is just me typing. All right, so this clip here is, if I double click, it starts with that W and then goes through and has me typing. Now, before I speed it up, it's a good idea for me to edit out anything I don't need. So I could edit out any wasted space at the beginning where a cursor is just sitting there blinking, or if I'm typing a word and about halfway through I pause for some reason, or if I make a mistake and I need to go back and backspace a few letters. Any of those edits I would do before changing the clip speed. But for this example, let's just use this one section of time. I want this to be faster for my viewers, so what I can do is I can go up to Visual Effects, and I see here an option for clip speed. So I'm going to grab this and drag this down to that clip. Okay, now again it says I have the effect added. I can expand that to see what that is. It says the clip speed is currently at 1 times, meaning it's not going any faster or slower. And off to the right in the Properties panel, I can see that I have clip speed as well. So what we can do is, with that clip speed section down here, I say I want this to be shorter. And I don't know how much shorter I want it to be, but when this is expanded, I can put my cursor at the end or at the beginning and just drag this to make it faster. So here it is. Here's 1.78 times faster, or I can make it slower. All right, in this case, we want to make it faster. So I'm going to speed it up, and maybe I only need it to be 3 seconds long. So I'll look at the duration and I see it's 2:26. I'm almost there, a little bit to the right. There we go, 3 exactly. Now it didn't have to be exactly 3 seconds. If I wanted it to be though, I could click on this and go up to the duration and just type in 3 for seconds and it'll work. Maybe I say, oh, you know what? 3 seconds is still too long. What does 2 seconds look like? So I'll just type 2, I'll hit enter, and now it's at 2 seconds, and that happens to be 5.13 times faster. Okay, well, let's see how that looks. Let me go here and I'll play it, and I go and it's blinking, and there we go. All right, so I stopped it there right at the end, and it just typed it really fast, and I say, yeah, maybe that was a little too fast. Let's bump that up to 3, and that will be perhaps a better typing speed. Okay, so to speed up those clips, again, we went to Visual Effects, Clip Speed, we dragged it down, and then I can use these resizing handles if I have it expanded. Of course, I can't do that if I don't have this part expanded, so I can just grab those and resize to the duration I want, or I can come in here and I can just type the exact duration. Or if I know I want it to be exactly twice the speed, I can come up here and say 2 and hit enter, and now I'm typing at twice the speed I normally would. And the other way we can do this from the menu is to go up to Modify, Add Effect, Visual Effects, and Clip Speed.